Good morning, everyone. Well, it really wouldn't be tax season without a wild ride, would it? So we just held our webinar yesterday, April 2nd, and then in the evening yesterday at about 11:40 p.m., the government released an entirely new release, an entirely new law specifically directed to the PPP SBA application. Now, on the good side of this, okay, the webinar that we filmed yesterday, the 4.2 webinar on the CARES Act, on Bill 3, on the SBA, was 99% correct, okay? There was only one major change to yesterday's webinar, and that's what we're going to cover here today. Now, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, Tax Strategies That Save Entrepreneurs Thousands, now, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, Tax Strategies That Save Entrepreneurs Thousands, I would highly, highly recommend that you get in that group. I am posting live updates as they happen, okay? So let's talk about the changes that were made last night at 11:40. So the first one, the most important one in my mind, is the calculation of payroll. So what is included in payroll? We understood that 1099s, people that you paid 1099 living here in the U.S. would be covered in your payroll calculation. That has now been clarified. 1099s do not get included in your payroll calculation. Anyone who has a 1099 effectively is their own sole proprietorship. They would need to apply for their own PPP loan. Okay, so completely separate. You do not include them in your payroll calculations as a business owner. Now, the only other major change that happened was originally the EIDL loan and the PPP loan were two completely separate loans. Okay, now what they're talking about is that if you got an EIDL loan and then you also get the PPP loan may force you to refinance your EIDL loan into your PPP loan, okay? So that may become one loan. You may not have two separate loans. Now, there's some goods and bads to that. You know, the EIDL loans were very, very long term. The PPP loans are much shorter. They're only 2 years. The interest rates are different, okay? You're talking the PPP is lower, typically 0.5 to 1%. EIDL was closer to 3.75%. So there is some benefit there, but yeah, there's changes. Now, really, I've put all of these in detail, written them out step by step in the Facebook group. So if you are not in the Facebook group, join the Facebook group, okay? But really what I want to tell you guys here on video, we don't know what's coming. The SBA has already, when they announced the change last night, in that announcement, they said, oh, and by the way, there's going to be more announcements, okay? So effectively, lending was supposed to start today, Thursday, April, I don't even know what day it is anymore, guys. It was supposed to start today, Friday, April 3rd. It is not. All the banks have effectively put it on hold. But one thing is very, very clear here, guys. In the new announcement, they did say the money is first come, first serve. So if that money is gone by the time you apply, it's gone. You're out of luck, okay? Now, what the experts are saying is that they're expecting the money to be gone within the next couple of weeks. Okay? So in the webinar, we talked about how important it is for you to have good records, for your accounting to be up to date, for you to be able to pull the reports, to have this information so that you know what you're doing and what you're applying for, okay? So spend today, since we're not doing lending today, spend Saturday, spend Sunday, get your reports up to date, okay? Now, a lot of the big payroll providers have created a payroll report specifically for this application, okay? So if you're with Paychex, ADP, you should be able to go to them and just get a report to get the number that you need for this application. But again, if you have not called your bank, you need to get in line, right? And I mean in line, digital line, right? It's not a bread line physically at the bank, okay? It's a digital line, but you need to call your bank and you need to get in line to be able to apply for these funds, okay? When they run out, they run out. Now, I'll believe it when I see it. The government may release more money. It depends on how long COVID's going on how long the businesses are down, on how bad the economy is doing, all these different things, okay? But don't count on that. So if you need this money, you need to get on it. You need to get on it right now. And I would suggest get on joining the Facebook group, okay? If you're not in the Facebook group, we are posting live updates as we get them. Lots of more little videos from me, Shauna, your tax goddess. So if you haven't watched the webinar in full, I'll put an on-demand replay link in the bottom of this. I'll also put the link to our Facebook group below this video as well. Reach out to us. If you have questions, post comments in the Facebook group. We are on it. We are answering questions, trying to make sure that you are covered. So, as usual, guys, the government was trying to be helpful. They moved too fast. There's going to be more changes. So, hold your horses for the wild ride, guys, and we will bring you as much information as we have it as possible. So thanks so much, and I hope everyone's enjoying this lovely, crazy day. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.